Today, we are having our very first countdown show. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going back to this week. We're counting down the top 10 songs of this week, back of the week of April 13th, 1985. Oh, yeah, live countdown. If you're coming on live, give me your feedback. Let's chat. And if you're watching on the comments, make sure to leave your favorites below. So, we are starting off with a little bit of trivia for you here. There's one artist in this top 10 who had two songs in the top 10 that he wrote, but he didn't sing. One of the songs, he didn't sing at all. He wrote it for a friend. Another song, he sang a verse, but he was not the lead singer. Another interesting fact, there's a third song in this top 10, which is his former band. He wasn't in the band at the time. Can you guess who it is? Let's see. Here we go. Number 10 was Missing You by Diana Ross, and we're going to answer the question right now. It was written by the mystery guest, Lionel Richie. So this is the first top 10 song of this week Lionel Richie had. He was the writer. He wrote it for his friend Diana Ross, and this one hit number 10. And this is the last big hit Diana Ross has had as of today. So hopefully she can come back and has another one in her. But this is the last big one. Number 9, Obsession by Anna Motion. Remember that one? You're my obsession. Fun song, but very I don't know how well that one has held up. It's kind of feels a little bit stuck, but it was a fun song for the time. Number 8, Rhythm of the Night. This was in one of my favorite movies of the 80s, which I've probably seen 30 times. I know every word. Features one of the greatest characters of all time, Shonuff, right? So you know the Last Dragon. That is correct. The Last Dragon, Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge, and that came at number 8. The number 7 song, Tina Marie, Lover Girl. I don't have much to add to that. It was Lover Girl by Tina Marie. It was all right. Let's go to number 6, I'm on Fire. This was, I believe, the 4th song from Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. And it was a little bit slower, a little bit more serious. The video was more serious, but solid song from the boss. Coming in at number 5, Material Girl. Another interesting fact. This is the first of 2 songs Madonna had in the top 10 this week. She has another one. Can you guess which song is above this one? Now, what's interesting is Material Girl, I thought it hit number 1, but it didn't. It only reached number 2, and it was held back by REO Speedwagon, I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore, and another song, which you're about to see, which is at number 2 right here. It got bumped off of number 1. Wait till you see the number 1 song. Number 4, the Commodores, Night Shift. This was who I was referring to earlier. Lionel Richie was in the Commodores, but he had left, and after he left, this was their biggest hit post Lionel Richie era, the Commodores, and this was about Jackie Wilson and Marvin Gaye. And it's a tribute to them, and they mentioned their names in the song, and it was a really it was a good song. I like that one. This is the second Madonna song in the top 10 from the movie At Close Range. I don't think I loved it. I was a little young, the movie at the time. But you know, Madonna is she was huge in the 80s, but you either were a huge Madonna fan or not so much. I like some of her stuff. Some of her songs were fun, but Crazy for You, wasn't a big fan of this one. But, hit number 3 in the top 10. You can't argue with that one. Number 2, this is the song that kept Material Girl out of the top 10 by Phil Collins. And I don't know if you can see behind me. I actually have a Phil. You probably can't see it here. Let's see. You can see it right back there. Phil Collins, One More Night. It seemed like he had a And this went to number 1. It seemed like he had a number 1 hit, like, every week in the '80s. He was there all the time, but he was knocked out by one of the biggest selling singles of all time. I wrote down that number 8, the 8th best-selling single of all time, and Lionel Richie was one of the writers. There were 2 writers, and the other writer is one of the biggest selling artists of all time. You probably guess what it is. I even have it here for you. That's right. We Are the World. If you were alive at this time, you sang every word. You did all the voices, even the Bruce Springsteen gravelly one and the Stevie Wonder high pitch one going back and forth and the Bob Dylan mumbling of the words. But it was just such a monster hit. One of my friends, Tom Baylor, who I want to get on this show, is the guy who did all of the vocal arrangements. So he told who's going to have what line. Like, okay, Springsteen, we're going to give you this line. Michael Jackson, we're going to give you this line. We'll give this line to Kenny Loggins. So he did all that. So I'd love to get him on and go through this, and why he gave certain people lines and why he didn't give other people other lines. I think that'd be pretty fun. So what I'd love for you to do is below in the comments, share your favorite of these top 10. Which ones, and we're going to replay really, really quickly for one more chance to see which one of these top 10 is probably your favorite song. Missing You, Diana Ross. Number 9, Obsession and Emotion. Number 8, Rhythm of the Night, DeBarge. Number 7, Tina Marie with Lover Girl. Number 6, I'm on Fire, Springsteen, The Boss. Material Girl, Madonna. Number 5. Number 4, The Night Shift, Commodores. Number 3, Crazy for You by Madonna. Number 2, One More Night, Phil Collins. And number 1, We Are the World by USA for Africa. Leave a comment below. What's your number 1? And if you like this, please hit like, subscribe. I'm going to do more of these. I want to make this fun and live and interactive. I wanted to give this a shot with a live countdown to see how you're digging it, if you're enjoying it. But I think we're going to do more Battle of the Bands, some debates. We're going to talk about films and movie. And I'm just here to have some fun. And I want to do stuff that hopefully this can bring some lightness and some levity into the world and speak to us, especially us kind of Gen X and Gen X adjacent. Just do some fun things, especially if we can do it live and make it more like an old school MTV show. So hope you enjoyed it. This is Ryan Lee. I am signing off. Watch the next video and like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care and bye-bye.